Hey everyone, it's me. I am sorry you have to see me like this. I just got out of the shower. It is late. I'm about to roll my first dice to see what I'm going to start out with reading this month. It is December the 1st. I'm going to roll late tonight because I don't think I will have time to roll in the morning before work. I just finished, my kids just finished decorating the Christmas tree, which was fun, and now I'm getting ready to roll this so that I can get my reading on the road. So I have my dice all queued up. So I'm going to turn my camera around, and so you can see what I'm going to roll. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. And I'm going to hit roll the dice. And I got number 9. So, it is going to be Cytonic. So exciting. So now I am going to have to go and reread some recaps from the first and second books so I can journey on with reading Cytonic. Super excited. I'll check in later in my progress. That's it. That's all for tonight. Good night. Hey everyone, it's me. So it is the next day and I have just got off work not that long ago. Still in my work clothes. However, I am still reading Cytonic and I'm only on page 16. So I've read the prologue and chapter 1. And I researched today because there's some novellas in between Starsight and Cytonic that they say is kind of necessary to read Cytonic. But I've decided to not read the novellas and continue on with Cytonic. This may be unpopular, but I feel like sometimes novellas are cash grabs. Not that Brandon Sanderson needs that, but I don't really generally read novellas of the series that I'm reading. So I'm gonna go ahead and read Cytonic and hope that everything makes sense. However, I may go back and read the novellas after Cytonic. I'm really not sure. So my plans for tonight are I'm gonna hop on some Zoom reading sprints and get some reading done and hope to get to 50%. I did read a very thorough recap of Starsight so that I could get back into Cytonic and kind of understand what was going on because I didn't really feel like reading Skyward and Starsight again. So that's that. Also, something else that happened today was I came home. Listen, we decorated our Christmas tree, got the lights on, got the ornaments on, came home today, plugged it in, and it did not work. So I was about to cry, and so luckily it was just the fuses in the first strand of lights. So I just changed those out, and luckily it worked. I thank you, Santa, for making the Christmas lights work, because I was about to tell the kids that they were just not going to have a lit up Christmas tree because yeah, I was not about to pull all those decorations off and decorate again. You can see that I'm very much in the Christmas spirit. Also, I did receive some book mail, so I figured I would show that on here. So I opened up the box, but I haven't removed the package. Of course, I know what this is because I did order it. Sorry, my house is a mess, BTW. So, don't ask me what these books is about. So, I got Small Favors by Erin A. Craig. So, I really loved her first book. Oh my gosh, The House of Salt and Sorrows. And so I know this cover looks really flowery and adorable, but I think it's kind of like a horror book. Enter not the forest deep, beyond the bells the dark friends keep. So super excited to dive into this. Then I got, as I mentioned in my TBR video for December, I got The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni, I don't know, but gorgeous. Then I took a chance and I bought The Stone Knife by Anna Stevens. Now listen, this book has been out for a year, and honestly I was like, should I buy this book? Because it's only got like 150 reviews on Goodreads, so I was worried that there wasn't going to be any more books. But she just released the cover to the next book, so I'm super excited. I have no idea what this is about, but this is again me wanting to read books that aren't as widely known. And she wrote the Godblind trilogy, which I have not read, but I'll probably read that later if I like this one. So I'm super excited, and I will read this. Oh, it's got a map. Mappy, where did you go? There's a map. Gorgeous. So I'm excited to read it. I'm excited to get into it. Those are the 3 books that I bought in the Target sale. So I am going to get on some Zoom sprints, and I will check in with you guys later. Hopefully plan to get halfway through Cytonic tonight, and I'll let you know my thoughts. Hey everyone. Okay, so it is Friday and I'm a little behind, but I just finished Cytonic. I didn't get a chance to update y'all too much, but I finished it, and briefly my thoughts are that I was kind of disappointed. So I loved Skyward so much because I loved the people and the characters and the friend groups and also the plot, but and then Starsight came, and Starsight was a different set of characters, and again in Cytonic you have even a different set of characters, and I felt like the book was more based on these characters and getting to know them and all that kind of business versus any actual plot that moved the story forward. So kind of like a filler book. For some reason I had forgot that there was going to be a 4th book in the series, so I'm still going to read the 4th book in the series, but overall I was disappointed in this one and I gave it 3 stars. But now we are going to move on and roll the dice to see what I'm going to read next in the month of December. Okay? Okay. So I have my dice roller. Yep. I'm going to hit roll. I'm going to hit roll dice. I don't know if it already hit it or not. So that's going to be a 10. And so we're going to go to my just to see what 10 is. I already knew what it was. And that's going to be, I don't know if y'all can see this. It's not focusing, and that's going to be Fable for number 10. That's what I'll be reading, and that's by Adrienne Young, and I am very excited to read it. I've heard nothing but great things. I will check in with you guys later. Hey everyone, it is Sunday around noon, and I have finished Fable by Adrienne Young. I'm going to land on a 4-star with this book. For like 60% of the book it was a 3-star, but then the ending came back and redeemed it, and I think I will be continuing on because I am interested in what happens next. Again, this is a gorgeous cover. It follows our main character. You know, the synopsis on the back of the book or whatever, or wherever the synopsis is in the front cover, it talks about how her mother dies, and then the next day her father abandons her on this island, this cutthroat island where it's hard to survive on. And I thought that's what the story was going to be about, that it was going to be about her surviving on this island and trying to get off the island, but actually that is not what the book is about. We open up the book with her having spent like 4 years on the island, and she's now getting off, and so that our journey starts there, which was kind of interesting considering I felt like the synopsis of the book said differently, or made it sound different, but I still enjoyed it. She is trying to find her place in the world, and her dad is one of the most notorious famous shippers, and she is just trying to find her place in the world because he doesn't really want anything to do with her, or so it seems. So, read it, 4 stars. I am going to replace Fable on my Roll the Dice TBR with the Crown Conspiracy. So I have done that, and I have got my dice roller, and we will spin you around here. Okay. Can you see? Okay. I got 5. I have absolutely no idea what 5 is. So let's see what 5 is. Okay. I will be reading The Heart Principle. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's not going to focus. Okay. I'll be reading The Heart Principle by Helen Huang. I am slightly excited to read this. This is the 3rd book in her kind of series where she's been following these different romances, and I heard it was very hard-hitting, so I'm looking forward to that, and I will check in with you guys later. Okay, so I'm looking a hot mess. It is still Sunday, but I have finished The Heart Principle by Helen Huang. Yes, in one day. This is one of my favorite books of the year. Listen, I've read a ton of reviews, watched a ton of reviews on this, looked at Goodreads reviews, looked at all this, and everything that I was hearing, I heard people also saying that this was not a romance, not really a romance, which is not the case. This is a romance, but it's not romance in boy meets girl, and then boy and girl break up, and then they get back together, and there's a happily ever after. So this is a hard-hitting romance, and it's divided up into 3 parts: the before, the during, and the after. And without spoiling anything, it's hard-hitting. And me, coming from where I work, I am in the medical field, and I started out in intensive care, and now I work in oncology, and compassion fatigue is a thing. Caregiver fatigue is a thing. And like, it was so realistic, and just in my heart, I felt it. And Helen Huang did an amazing job with this book. 100% recommend. You know me, I like hard-hitting romances. If you like just light and fluffy romances, no, this is not for you. But it is a romance. It's just hard-hitting, and I adored it. So, with that being said, it is time to roll again. It's December the 5th, and I've read 3 books, and I'm feeling good about myself. Okay, so it's time to roll again. So, let me push you around. Here we are, and we are going to roll the dice. 6. So, I think I know what this is. I'm not bummed. The Hand of the Sun King, if you can't see that. I'm not super bummed. I just read The Heart Principle without an audio, and really felt that I didn't know if I could do it, because I'm normally reading the audiobook, but I didn't have one, and I don't have one for The Hand of the Sun King. So I'm gonna do it. I have an art copy. I do need to read it, and so let's get to it. Okay, everyone. It is now Tuesday night, and I am really struggling with The Hand of the Sun King without having the audiobook. It has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the book. I'm actually really enjoying the book, but this is my problem with ARCs. Like, during the week, I don't have that much time to physically read, because I'm washing dishes, I'm doing clothes, I'm cooking dinner, I'm doing all that kind of stuff, which leans itself more to audiobook. And so it's taking me a long time to read. I am probably 25% into the book, and what I know so far is it basically follows our main character, who is born into a family that basically has 2 sides. So his mother's family, his mother comes from a family that has forbidden magic. So if anybody gets caught doing this magic, they are killed. And his father, of course, comes from this law-abiding, gonna do the right thing, believes in the emperor and the government that is in place. So a long time ago, the present government came and basically went to war, overruled these other magical people, and deemed their magic to be dark and forbidden. So his grandmother, who is his maternal grandmother, who is practicing the illegal magic, really wishes him to know something about his culture and his magical abilities. So he starts sneaking out to learn from her. And then she has to go away on a journey and leaves him. And so he is kind of bitter about that. And so he then goes and follows, does what he's supposed to do, and then starts following in his father's beliefs system. So in this area, in this world, the children are made to take an examination, which they prepare their whole lives for, to see if they can earn a spot in the government or the hand of the emperor. And so he goes back to training for that and taking that, and I'm waiting to see what's going to happen from there. So it's interesting so far. I like the characters. I like the writing. The writing is very easy to get into. This is actually a pretty short book. It's only like 360 something pages. I'm not sure, but I'm 25% in. I'm going to try to get a little bit further in tonight, but I am going to end this vlog here. And I will pick up a new vlog tomorrow. But so far, really enjoying it. Want to continue on with it. Wish I had the audio, but it is what it is. If it gets to be too bad where I'm really not able to read, I probably will just pick another book, and so that way I can have an audio and a physical at the same time. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will be back later with another vlog.